What is up, Train'TERS? Ludo here, back with another fabulous Pokemon Go video for you, and today, Palkia is gone and Dialga is here. Well, that's what we all thought. Seems as if even though all the news and everything has said, even Niantic themselves, that Palkia has left, and it is the next day, Palkia is still here and Dialga is like very seldomly showing up. So, one, make sure before you go out to the legendary raid that it is a Dialga. But without further ado, let's get into the raid guide. Everything I'm going to be reading is from PokemonGoHub.net, so if you yourself want to check it out, the links will be down in the description for you. So without further ado, let's get started. Dialga maxes out at 4,038 CP. It has an attack of 75, defense of 211, and stamina of 205. So unfortunately, when it comes to meta relevancy, it annihilates in the steel category because it's now one of the best steel types, period. But when it comes to its counterpart Dragon, Palkia kind of still comes in first. Though Palkia maxes out lower in CP, it does have higher attack and higher defense, but lower stamina. So it's kind of a slight toss-up. You also have Rayquaza, which has 284 attack, and that is higher than Palkia and Dialga, which is Dialga's at 275. So it's kind of hard to say where it sits in the meta relevancy. It's still a very good Pokemon to use. Unfortunately, it did get a nerf right before it went out, and one of its movesets is really kind of... The moves that Dialga can have are Dragon Breath and Metal Claw for its fast moves. And for its charge moves, you have Draco Meter, Iron Head, and Thunder. And with Metal Claw, Thunder, and Metal Claw and Iron Head, both of those are not that great. You really want Dragon Breath and Draco Meter, period, in order to make Dialga a feasibly very good usable Pokemon in raids and in battles. With Dialga only being weak to fighting and ground, you're slightly limited to what you can use, but there are some powerhouses in what you can use. First off, any and all of your Machamps that have double fighting moves. Max them out. Get them out there, flex those Machamps. A lot of fighting moves are going to be used here. So Breloom, fighting. Not your recent Brelooms from the recent event where we evolved and got Grass Knot, but fighting type move Brelooms. You've got your Hariyamas, your Lucarios, Heracross, and Toxicroak, all again with fighting type moves. Then we go on to your ground types and you have Groudon with double ground type moves. Rhyperior, again, double ground type moves. Mamoswine, double ground type moves. Donphan with fighting and or ground type moves. And then you have Rhydon with ground moves. Again, a link for the whole list will be down in the description, so if you want to see what else you could use, if you don't have what's been mentioned, be sure to click that link below. So when it comes to boosteds, Dialga is only boosted by Windy and Snow, and being that those are kind of the two weathers in game and fog that you don't really see too often, you might not encounter a boosted Dialga, unfortunately, but you might find yourself under conditions where you are boosted with sunny and cloudy conditions boosting ground and your fighting type moves, so keep that in mind as well, because with that you might be able to duo a Dialga. It is doable to duo a Dialga if you have the right moves, you got that best friendship going, and you've got the right type of Pokemon. Other than that, it can be trioed and beyond, and of course if you've got low level players, make sure you've at least got probably a group of 10 to make sure that you can take it down. Other than that, you should be pretty fine with around 4 to 7 trainers, all good levels, all good Pokemon, and you should be able to take that Dialga down. If you do happen to find boosted weather conditions for your Dialga, the 100% CP that you will be looking for is 2884. Without boosted, it is 2307. So keep that in mind. Dialga is here to today all the way until March 28th, 1 p.m. PST. So we will see how that works out, being that when Palkia left, he didn't necessarily actually leave. But you got a good month to go out and get yourself a good Dialga. Dialga is my personal favorite from the legendary trio from the Sinnoh region. So I'm happy that this one is out. We have Giratina, we have Palkia, and now we have Dialga. So I'm super happy. But that is it for our raid guide. Moving on, we have other news of a brand new announced Safari Zone in Singapore. That is right, Niantic announced a new Safari Zone in Singapore that runs from April 18th, that is a Thursday, to April 22nd, which is a Monday, in Sentosa, Singapore. Again, it's open registration. You will register in hopes to be given a ticket, and if you are given a ticket, you can then find your means to get yourself to this location to partake in their many awesome things that they have going on at these Safari Zone events. Particularly for this one, they are getting Tropius, one of my favorite Pokemon. I'm super jelly. I want it so bad. There's been a few Safari Zone events that have had Tropius, so I'm just like, I really want it. Along with it, they're going to have, it seems, increased spawns of Dratinis, Shuckles, Alolan Executors, and Lapras, and then Unknown Z. But you know, there's always something that they're spelling out, so it'll probably spell something. And then usually one of the Pokemon on the cover photo is shiny. And we already know which one it is. It is a shiny Shuckle. I was really hoping that it was going to be shiny Lapras, but it's not. It is the blue Koopa Shell shiny Shuckle. So pretty fun here. I like shiny Shuckle. It looks really good. It's not really important in the game meta relevancy, unfortunately. In the handhelds and in the main series games, it's a pretty good Pokemon to use, but unfortunately in Pokemon Go, not so much. But that blue shell is really pretty, so I'm kind of happy about that. Once again, we will have to wait until the event happens. We don't know. We've had different happenings with all the different Safari Zones where the event starts and boom, everybody gets that shiny. Where the event starts and only they got the shiny, and we had to wait until the end of the event. We've also gotten it where it happened in the middle of the event. All of a sudden, everybody else got it worldwide. So it's really interesting. We'll see what happens, but basically you're gonna have to wait until the 18th to be able to know what's going on and whether we get it the 18th or the 22nd. It is over a weekend, so I think we're gonna get it. If you are interested in going, make sure you register between the 5th and the 7th of March. That is when it's going to end on the 7th. Those that are accepted shall receive an email by the 11th of March to notify them whether they have gotten a ticket or not. From there on, your rest of your instructions will be in your email. But that is it. Super exciting. They're doing a lot of Safari Zones. They keep on popping them off. So I can't wait to see how many more Safari Zone. We are only into the 3rd month, so I can't wait to see what we have for the future. I really want Australia to get one. I really want the UK to get one. And I really want the US to get one. If you're interested in trying to figure out how you can get one, I will link a video that you guys can watch. Zoe Two Dots. The concept she talks about is for Australia, but it can be applied to anywhere, really. So if you fancy trailblazing that idea and that event for your area, be sure to watch this. But that is it. We're gonna wrap it up here. Dialga is out. Go get yourself the brand new temporal spatial time Pokemon Dialga. And if you are really wanting and can, be sure to register and sign up to see if you can get yourself some Safari Zone tickets. But we're gonna close it up here. So if you got value out of it and you liked it, please scroll down, give me that like, maybe consider subscribing if you're not, and if you are subscribed, be sure to hit the notification button next to the subscription button so that way you're notified of the next adventure, which will be Dialga raids. And we'll see you then, Trainters. Stay fabulous. Bye!